first graders, it's Mrs. Maris, and I'm here wanting to try something new with you guys. So I'm going to try to do our GoMath lessons like you guys are used to on this screen to help you as you're working at home in your workbook. So it's going to be the same exact kind of lessons that we do in
How
the
can knowing a
classroom,
counting pattern help
just
you
on your
count to
computer screen. So I hope
120?
you guys enjoy. So let's listen to the essential question for today.
How can knowing a counting pattern help you count to 120?
So they're having us think about counting patterns to count to 120. Excuse me. So when we're thinking about a counting pattern, Mrs. Maris is kind of thinking back to when we count by ones. That's a counting pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or how about when we count by fives as a challenge? That's a counting pattern. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Or this easy peasy one when we count by tens to 100. 10, 20, 30,
Hi there!
40, 50,
The kids
60,
left a
70,
large
80,
chart in the
90,
yard.
100.
It has
So
a
we're gonna
lot
start
of
thinking
numbers
about
on
those
it.
counting patterns that we know to help us count. Okay, let's get started.
What is that beetle doing on the chart? Can you tell me what number the beetle is on? 43.
The kids left a large
I
chart
think
in
the
the
beetle
yard.
is going to crawl
It has a
across
lot
the
of
chart.
numbers on it.
Click the beetle to see where it goes.
What is that beetle doing on the chart? Can you tell me what number the beetle is on? 43. I think the beetle is going to crawl across the chart. Click the beetle to see where it goes.
So I want us to think about first.
It looks like the beetle crawled to number 50.
Well,
Let's count the numbers together. The beetle started at 43 and crawled to 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Oh, look! This spider wants to crawl on the chart too.
The beetle crawled to number
What number
50.
is the spider on?
Let's count the numbers together.
101.
The beetle started
Maybe
at 43
we can use a counting
and
pattern
crawled
to find the
44,
number the spider
45,
stops on.
46,
Let's go see.
47, 48, 49, 50. Oh, look! The spider wants to crawl on the chart, too. What number is the spider on?
Debbie saw this page in a puzzle book.
101. Maybe
3 rows of numbers are incomplete, but you can use what you know about counting forward to fill in the numbers.
Let's go see.
The first number you see is 31.
So I know that the bird's wing is
The number
covering the
32 is
spider,
right
101,
after 31.
But we're gonna
So the
see on
unknown
the
numbers
next
will all
page
be less
what
than 31
counting
because they
pattern
come
we could
before
use to figure
31
that
on the
out.
chart.
Debbie saw this
The
page
first
in a
number in the
puzzle
chart
book.
is 1.
3
Think
rows
about
of
the
numbers
unknown
are
numbers.
incomplete,
How would
but
you
can
place
use
the
what
rest
you know
of the
about
numbers?
counting forward to fill in the numbers. The first number you see is 31. The number 32 is right after 31. So the unknown numbers will all be less than 31 because they come
2,
before 31 on the chart.
3,
The first number in
4,
the chart is 1.
5,
Think about the unknown numbers. How would
6,
you place the rest of the numbers?
So
7,
let's think about this, first graders.
8,
If we know that we're going to start at 1,
9,
that's how we always start counting.
10.
And the 31 is in
Now
the
let's fill in the second row.
same
You'll start with
column.
11.
32 is next. Well, 1, 2. And let's count on from there and see how it matches the 30s.
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
11,
5,
12,
6,
13,
7,
14,
8,
15,
9,
16,
10.
17,
Now let's fill in the second row.
18,
You'll start with 11.
19,
So just like we count
20.
11, 12, 13.
Finish filling in the
14,
third row of
after
the
10.
chart.
If we look at what matches. A 1 here and a 1 in 31. A 2 here and a 2 in 32. A 3 here and a 3 in 33.
21.
Let's see if the same thing happens when we keep counting on.
22. 23.
11,
24.
12,
25.
13,
26.
15,
27.
16,
28.
17,
29.
18,
30.
19.
As you count forward, each number in a 100
20.
chart is one greater than the number before it.
Finish filling in the third row of the chart.
So I hope you're starting to notice all of the ones are here, all of the twos, threes, fours, and so on.
A 100 chart starts at 1 and ends at 100.
And you should see the same exact pattern
But this
happening.
counting
Count
chart
with me.
starts at 1
21,
and ends at 120.
22,
So it shows 2 more rows
23,
than a 100 chart.
24,
You can use the chart to count forward from
25,
any number between 1 and 120.
26,
Let's count forward from 10.
27, 28, 29, 30. As you count
10,
forward, each number in a 100 chart is one
11,
greater than the number before it.
12,
So one greater means one
13,
bigger. Okay? So as
14.
we keep counting one more, it's one
Counting from
greater or
101
one
to
bigger
120
number.
is similar to counting from 1
A
to
100
20.
chart
The
starts at
only
1
difference
and
is that
ends
you
at
say
100.
100 before each number.
But this counting chart
Try
starts
counting
at
from
1
100 to 104.
and ends at 120. So it shows 2 more rows than a 100 chart. You can use the chart to count forward from any number between 1 and
100.
120. Let's count forward from 10.
101,
So see how it can help us? We can pick
102,
any number on this big chart from 1 to 120.
103,
And we can start counting on. Let's start
104.
at 10 and count on from 10. So
Now try
10,
counting forward from 110.
10,
11,
11,
Select the numbers that follow 110.
12, 13, 14. Counting from 101 to 120 is similar to counting from 1 to 20. The only difference is that you say 100 before each number. Try counting from 100 to 104.
So watch, you guys. Let's start at 100. We got to find that number right there. It's blinking. And she said it's no different than counting from 1 to 4. Just add 100 in front of it. So try it with me. Start at 100 and we're going to count on to 104. 100.
You're right. The correct counting sequence
101.
after 110 is 111, 112,
102,
113, and 114.
103, 104.
Now let's practice with the personal math trainer.
Now try counting forward from 110. Select the numbers that follow 110.
Okay, you guys, same deal. We're going to start at 110 and we're going to count on from 110.
What are the numbers
go ahead
counting
and take
forward?
a look. 110, 111, 112, 113, 114. So now we need to go over here and find what makes sense. Let's see. 110, 114. Does that make sense? No. Let's try the next one. 110, 111, 112, 113, 114. Now that one sounds right, but let's make sure we always check all of the answers. 110, 121. No. So we know it's that middle one. Let's give it a click.
You're right. The correct counting sequence after 110 is 111, 112, 113, and 114.
We got it, friends.
Now let's practice with the personal math trainer.
So let's take a peek at one of them with the personal math trainer. And then I'm going to let you guys know what you should be working on in your workbook. It says, what are the numbers counting forward?
What are the numbers counting forward?
So I see two boxes, and then it says 102, 103, 104, 105. Now I'm going to see in our toolkit if we have a hundreds
Awesome.
chart, because that would really help us while we're doing this. When you guys are working at home, there should be a hundreds chart in your math book. That will be a really helpful tool to help you while you're working. So I'm going to get this 120 poster out, and I'm going to try and move it down so we can see what we're working on. I think you guys can see enough, but we want to know what are in these two blanks. So first, what Mrs. Maris is thinking is, let's find 102. And then we need to hop backwards to find the answer, okay? So here I am at 102.